Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Green 18. Check. Show it up. Green 18.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. Complete to Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Safety creep. Right now. You got 58.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Jones has it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard.
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch safety creep. Jump out. Safety's creeping.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Quick dance. All right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Extra high. What are you?
That's track.
All right, now here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. No. Off. 300. Topper.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, Mike. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
No. 319.
Mike, hey, tight down. There you go.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Stay with your man. Jump. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Watch the screen.
Rodgers operating from the gun. He's got Adams Rogers on the hookup. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 34 now.
Check, left side. Gas 300.
Now Rogers from the gun, he'll throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Hey, we're good.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
At the 30-yard line.
Check it, Mike. Slam.
Inside.
Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On play action, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double dog, that's the way.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins, they find some open field here, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 2nd down, Cook. Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. You can't block me. Zebra, zebra, zebra. 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. It's a party now.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. 65, 65. 65. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Back, back, back. Hey, no, easy, easy. Here we go.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
What's tight? Tight is right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Any day. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58.
Cousins again. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Six man. 48. Check curls, check curls. Check, can. Hey, high 7. What's that? 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Too little, Captain. 58. Black. 58, Mike. Where's the hot?
From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
We want it.
They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try by Bailey. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Jump. 53's Mike. Check. 30. Let's go, Heavy.
Throwing is Rodgers. This is brought in by Gibson. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Cousins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here's Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive under the time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88,
53, Mike. Check.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. But able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Jump out! Hey, 2.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right? He can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, this.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the counter, here's Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Switch.
26. We are going. 25.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Back north.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
5.
54. I don't think you got it, sir.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And that changes everything here in OT. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The hut. 180. Wide. Hey, can. Hey, Echo.
42. I'm on.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Great stone, travel.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Run, right.
On play action, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Here I come again.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm high. highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years blessed.